how to perform Umrah in 4 easy steps. All you've got to do is go around the Kaaba 7 times. Then you pray 2 nafal behind the Kaaba. Then you drink some Zamzam water, which you can find anywhere in the mosque, free of charge by the way. Then you do Safa Marwa, where you walk between 2 mountains. That's it, then you're done. Okay, they're the 4 steps, but let me show you how to do it now. Also, repost this video because whoever benefits from this, you'll gain the reward inshallah. So what you've got to do is try and walk towards the Kaaba. And as you're walking around it, try and look for those green lights over there in the corner. Right opposite the green lights is the black stone. Can you see over there in that silver casing? That's where you start your tawaf. You start your tawaf aligning with that. And that black stone is from Jannah, guys. It's from heaven. Okay, so when you're in line with the black stone, you put your hand up and say Bismillah Wallahu Akbar. And now we're crossing the side where the golden gates are. Okay, now whilst you're walking around the Kaaba, you can read any dua that you want to read. Ask for whatever you want as well. And the reward in this mosque for all good deeds is times by 100,000, as well as the sin as well. So don't do any sins here. Oh yeah, and if you're a man, your right shoulder has to be showing during the tawaf. You just cover the left shoulder. Okay, now we're on the last corner just before the black stone. So this is called the Yemeni corner. When you reach here, you read the dua, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Keep on reading it until you reach the black stone again. Once you reach the black stone again, put your hand up and say Bismillah Wallahu Akbar and start your second tawaf until you've done 7 tawafs. This is the dua that I just read. You can screenshot it if you like. Okay, once you've completed your 7 tawafs, cover your right arm again if you're a man. Then what you want to do is you want to go to this side of the Kaaba where the golden gates are and look for this dome over here. Try and stand directly behind it and you read 2 nafal then. In the 2 nafal, it's sunnah to read Surah Kafirun in the first rakah and Surah Ikhlas in the second rakah. Then read as much as dua as you can after you've completed this prayer. Once you've done that and you can still see the golden gates, turn to this side and look for where it says Tu Massa. And then follow down that direction. Then look for a Zamzam station and start to put some in. Then make any dua and drink your Zamzam water in 3 sips. But say Bismillah before every sip. Oh yeah, drink it whilst facing the Kaaba and whilst you're standing up. After you've drunk the Zamzam water, this is a dua that you can read. So pause this to read it. Okay, now we're heading to Safa Marwa. If you can't find it, ask one of the guards or workers in the mosque. Once you approach this area, you know you're going in the right direction. This basically goes up and the floor is different texture. Okay, now once you're at Safa Marwa, this is the dua that you read to begin. Pause to read. Then you stand as close as you can to the mountain and face the Kaaba and put your hand up and you begin to read this dua. Pause it to read it. Okay, so now what you've got to do is you're going to walk all the way down to Mount Marwa. So we're at Safa, we start from Safa and we walk from Marwa and that counts as 1. And then from Marwa you walk all the way back to Safa, that counts as 2. Do this for a total of 7 times. Also, as you're doing this, you can read any duas from what I've been told. Then when you approach the green lights, if you're a man, you basically try and run across or speed walk. Only if you're a man. And I'm not sure what dua you're meant to read during this stage. I think it can be anything. But women just walk as normal. And then once you've crossed this, you carry on walking as normal. Okay, when you've reached the other side, which is Mount Marwa, what you've got to do is stand next to it and face towards the Kaaba, which is in the corner now. And then you read this dua that I'm going to show you. You read the same dua again. Pause it to read it, inshallah. But you put your hand up and you read it like that. Then you walk all the way down to Mount Safa and you repeat the same process, read the same dua facing the Kaaba and keep on doing it until you've done it 7 times. But just remember, walking one way counts as 1 time. So you should end at Mount Marwa. Once you've completed Safa Marwa, you leave the mosque and you come here. Okay, here's the clock tower. Come to this one over here, Safa Towers, because this is where you're going to cut your hair. Look, go through this entrance over here and just follow it into the tower. Look, right next to the clock tower. Look, it says Al Safa Towers on there. Come up the escalators and go up by 2 floors. Then once you're on the 2nd floor, go all the way to the back and there'll be a station of barbershops. Right guys, if you're a man, you either go bald or if your hair is longer than this fingertip, then you can get just that amount cut off. Pay no more than 10 riyals. That's like £2 something. This is for a boy, by the way. If you're a girl, you've got to do something different. Then afterwards, you need to change your ihram and put your normal clothes on. Have a shower as well if you can. Then you've completed Umrah, alhamdulillah.